Welcome everyone to another edition of Kevin Reshaw Presents here on channel Chifu 2786. Wherever you are, I hope you're blessed and safe right now. As we are preparing for Hurricane Zeta, we've actually run out of alphabets and names for storms right now, so we're in the Greek alphabets. We're just hunkering down right now, getting ready for that, and we're doing a special with Judge Joe Brown. And Judge, I'm just waiting for him to join in. Judge comes in late from time to time, and waiting to hear back from him. And we'll get started shortly. You guys hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Hit that like, share, and subscribe button, everyone. We'll get started in a minute. Start in a minute, guys. Oh, I love that breakdown. Yeah. That wasn't me. I don't know what happened. Okay, I have a little theme music issues right now, guys. Hope y'all day is doing great right now. A lot is going on with the hurricane here, but also just happening across the country. So I was trying to get Judge's take on everything. Of course, we got this issue. The election is coming up less than 6 days away. If you've done your early voting already, kudos. If not, you're got time to vote on Tuesday. Now, I'm not one of those people that into shaming people into vote. And I think that's a huge problem in our community, and I've already explained that. And I want to say this. People, I've seen our brother Rico, shout out to him. I saw him holding a sign saying, "Stop shaming black men into voting for Biden Harris. I'm voting down ballot." Shout out to Rico, because, yeah, man, that vote shaming shit doesn't work anymore. You got to bring tangibles to the table. And I saw a report yesterday that in the Carolinas, if I'm not mistaken, the African American community, at least 37% of them, switched from Democratic to Independent. And that was an article that was posted by Brother Phil from the Advice Show, or it's now called the African News Channel, if I'm not mistaken. And he described in his platform, African Diaspora News Channel, excuse me. But that came from North Carolina. I'm going to just play this clip. It's courtesy of African Diaspora News Channel. Okay.
Says black people must become independent, period. No party affiliation whatsoever. So recent data out of North Carolina Board of Elections found that residents have switched their political party affiliate. Is it overall? Is
okay, hold on a second. I'll play the whole clip.
And registered as unaffiliated.
Give me 1 second. I was playing it from my phone. Let me see if I can play it from the clip. Give me 1 second, guys.
Unaffiliated since 2016, and about 37,000 of those are black. It's the unaffiliated voters, as are known as independents.
That's Brother
Do
Phil
not
from
consider
Phil and Wise
themselves a
Show.
member of a specific political party. Okay. Now, is a quote here from a unaffiliated voter, Tiffany Paz, stated, "I love it because I don't have to vote straight Republican or straight Democrat. It's a I just feel of each candidate." And that's what we want. See, now they have to start competing for the black vote like they do for all the other groups. See, the black vote, as time goes on, and as the baby boomer generation, is kind of slowly getting out of the way. Now the new generation of late Gen Xers, millennials, etc., are saying this: my vote is for sale. My vote, as the shirt says here, is quid pro quo, or if you can see the full shirt, or nothing.
Most definitely. The baby boomer generation is dying off. The baby boomer generation is fading away. And I dare say that, and I'm not, of course, wishing harm on anyone or death or anything like that. That's not what I'm trying to say. But most definitely, the baby boomer generation is losing its power. That's a good thing. And it's sway over the younger generation, the new generation that's coming on. We no longer are interested in voting for people based off what they look like. We're no longer interested in voting for people who look like us but do not represent us. We are no longer interested in voting just out of fear or history. It doesn't work that way anymore. It's not working. It didn't work then. It didn't work now.
This what this shirt says, and if you want this shirt, there'll be a link in the pinned comment. You can get this shirt. That's what we're saying. Like, say, oh no. It's no more free votes anymore. It's no more saying that he's a racist, because you know what? When we look at both candidates that's running, well, you want to go on that, both of y'all have done some racist things. We don't care about that. All we care about is what's in it for me. What's in it for black people? And if it's not nothing in it for you, then you don't have to vote for that person. And you don't have to vote for no particular party either. You can vote for whoever you want. You can vote for Republican, Democrat, Green Party, Independent, Libertarian. The Democrat and Republican isn't the only people on the ticket. I hope you know that. Black folks could say, hey, I like the Green Party. And all black people can go vote for the Green Party. Black people, to be honest with you, we can get a third party candidate, put the third party in play if we had a candidate that did completely what we want to say, okay, we all voting for instance, we're just throwing Green Party out there. We all voting for the Green Party then. Forget it. We're not voting for that one of y'all. That would turn everything on its head, because they don't want no other party out there but the two, right? Giving you no other choice but the two. But nationwide, this says 37% of voters identify as independent, compared to 33 and 26% of voters, respectively, who consider themselves Democrats and Republicans.
I want to show you guys, that was the clip. I wasn't going to play all of it, but I want to show you this right now, if I could, from what Phil is reading from. This is actual data that was combined from, this is from the North Carolina vote, ABC 11 Eyewitness News. This is their actual video in regards to what Phil is talking about. More than 37,000 Black North Carolina voters have switched to unaffiliated since the 2016 election.
Hello, my name is Dr. Booker King, Medical Director of the North Carolina J.C. Burn Center.
Okay, I hate these ads, but what's up, brother, Dr.
The best way
King?
to treat a burn is prevent it from happening in the
Dr.
first
King,
place.
ain't that something? Another Dr. King.
Every home needs a smoke detector. Be sure to test your smoke detector twice a year to ensure it's working properly. A good way to remember to do this is to do it every time you adjust your clocks. And don't forget to go over and practice your family's escape plan regularly. To learn more about how to keep your family safe, log on to abc11.com.
Tiffany Pass from Person County has been a registered unaffiliated voter nearly 20 years.
I love it because I don't have to vote straight Republican or straight Democratic. And I can just, get a feel of each candidate.
Tonight, the State Board of Elections releasing new numbers showing since the 2016 election, a large number of Black voters have stopped identifying as Democrat. More than 37,000 now registered as unaffiliated.
That's a lot. So it's about choice.
Tiffany's choice is most evident during an election primary where she'll get to choose a Republican or Democratic ballot. Political experts say the numbers are not surprising.
It's also part of a broader pattern that we're seeing in North Carolina, and in fact throughout the country, that voters are increasingly affiliating or not affiliating with political parties.
Look at these numbers. Since the 2016 election, more than 123,000 North Carolina Democrats are now registered unaffiliated. More than 95,000 Republicans have made the switch.
There's also a sense that partisanship and polarization are kind of unattractive terms. I'm an independent person with my own thoughts and my own beliefs, and I'm going to vote however I want. And that's a way of showing the world that you're like that.
New conservative groups like Blexit, also known as Black Exit from the Democratic Party, are loving these new numbers out today. The group showed up in droves to President Trump's first rally since his COVID-19 diagnosis. Antoine Thomas from Raleigh was there. He is a leader in the state's chapter. What does that mean for Blexit, North Carolina?
This is a pivotal time, and what it tells us, because that's what Blexit stands at the forefront. We believe in free thinking.
To register to vote, you can still do so during one-stop early voting. That begins on Thursday. To find your closest voting location, go to abc11.com/vote2020. Tim Pulliam, ABC 11 Eyewitness News.
Hey, so
Hello, my name is Dr. Booker King, Medical Director of the North Carolina J.C. Burn Center at UNC Hospital.
give me one
We know
second.
the best way to treat
All
a
right,
burn
so
is
you guys
prevent it
saw
from
that. Now, before you call, let me stop it. Thank you, Dr. King. All right, so that was from ABC 11 News. So yes, you're talking about 37,000 who are now unaffiliated. You also saw nearly 3,000 who switched from Republican to unaffiliated. More and more Black people are exiting the Democratic Party, and that is a good thing. Now, we should really be independents. We should register and vote as independents because now they know that vote, because Black people traditionally vote in block and we vote for the Democratic Party, they'll realize that you can no longer take this community for granted. And that has been the main problem. People think I don't criticize the Republicans. I've had a couple people who say that, and that's not true. I'm as critical of the Republicans as I am the Democrats, but I'm more on the Democrats because they get our votes practically for free. You see, they get our votes without question. It's without question when we vote. They will throw fear. They will use history. They will use strippers. They will use rappers and strippers to try and get Black people out to vote. I'm trying to see where the judge is right now. And Judge, I got to text him. It's taking a little while, guys. But I don't know what it's like in Louisiana. Of course, we've had high numbers of voting. And again, I'm not a person that's into shaming people into voting. You can vote however you want. Me personally, I'm still a Democrat. However, I'm more along the lines now of independent, and I'm actually switching my political affiliation. I have no problem doing that. Traditionally, you try not to switch so that you can vote in the primaries, because as you know, in the primaries it's usually by party, and you can vote for who will be the next, for instance, who's the presidential nominee or who's going to be the leader of the Democratic Party. But as far as I'm concerned, from what I've seen, they can have it. You know, they can have it. So let me see where uh, Judge is right now. Give me 1 second. You guys got any questions or comments that you'd like to leave? If we can get the judge back on, uh, just waiting for him to show up. Hold on, guys. We're still here. Can't play any of my, you really want to play music and stuff, but, YouTube and Twitter and so forth, YouTube mainly, and even Facebook, because I've been hit with copyright notice before for a song that was my song. They had a copyright strike against me. So I try not to play too much of any other music because I'll get hit with some bullshit like that. You know how they do us. And I'm just trying to see. We'll move outside and see if the judge is still coming in. And hold on, guys. I'm still here. Let's see. Shout out to all my Facebook family who are watching. Shout out to all of those in the YouTube chat, as well as Periscope. I'm trying to get this thing started. I want to show you guys something else. It looks like we probably will not have any coronavirus relief. I don't even think it's going to come after the election. Now, I'm going to show you this. This was reported from Business Insider about some comments that were made by, you're going to see Purple Hands Mitch McConnell. He adjourned the Senate until November 9th, ending the prospect of additional coronavirus reliefs until after the election. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell on Monday motioned for the Senate to adjourn until November 9th. The move shuts down the Senate from doing any legislative business, including reaching a deal on additional coronavirus aid until after voters have cast their ballots. And it comes on the heels of Monday's 52 to 48 vote to confirm Judge Amy Coney Barrett. Now, you guys notice, right or wrong, whether you like Trump or not, how quickly he has worked and put people into his, he has moved and put people into high places. He has basically pushed forth his own agenda. He has essentially put someone, they talk about the fact that she has very little judicial experience, but he's moving forward with what he originally tended to do, whether you like it or not. And presidents have the right to appoint their constituents to wherever they want, just like the Democrats did. There was a push to get Barack Obama's Garland. That was his appointee for the Supreme Court. Of course, they never heard the motion on it. This was after Trump was elected. If you guys remember, and of course, my whole thing with that though is that even if Trump doesn't get elected, he has access now. He has set forth a quote unquote conservative majority on the Supreme Court. He's appointed 3 justices. You know, when President Obama was president, he appointed Kagan and Sotomayor. And Kagan and Sotomayor, traditionally, if you look at them, Elena Kagan, she's had diversity issues. We complain about Trump and his diversity issues, but uh, Kagan had issues when she was over the law review in Harvard. You know, there were no minorities on her staff except one Asian woman, but no blacks on there. I try not to use the word minority because you all know that's a trick bag. A white female is a minority. A Jewish person is a minority. A gay person is considered a minority. Black people, however, get trapped in that and don't get the relief that we're requiring. Now, just getting back to this though, remember back in April when they approved coronavirus relief, it was in April or March, how quickly that happened. So if they wanted to give relief to the people, they could have done so already. They could have done so already. David Pop, a representative from McConnell, told Business Insider there was nothing to add to what he described as McConnell's extensive remarks on the continued Democrat filibuster on COVID relief in the Senate. Alex Gwen, a representative for Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer, referred Business Insider to a Saturday statement accusing Republicans of sidelining coronavirus talks while pushing forward with Barrett's confirmation process ahead of the election. Today, we're going to give the Republican majority in the Senate the opportunity to consider critical legislation that has so far languished in Leader McConnell's legislative graveyard, Schumer stated in a statement, adding, "We should be doing that, not rushing through this nomination while people are voting and want their choices listened to, not the Republican Senate choice." Republicans and Democrats have increasingly sparred as the election approaches, particularly over additional federal coronavirus relief and Barrett's nomination. Now, my understanding, and I wanted to ask Judge this though too, is that you've had issues with Trump, of course, but you've also had issues with the Congress. Congress's approval rating, and this is no kidding, is about a shoe size right now. They, especially in the House of Representatives with Nancy Pelosi and so forth, have not been good in providing relief for the American people. They have been infighting with everything and cannot come up with something, a common goal in which to provide any type of relief, anything's plausible for the American people. And right now, of course, while the country is still trying to get back to normal, most people know that we're having these issues with not only the coronavirus numbers I saw are actually spiking up again from the latest article that I read, but people are just starting to get back to work. People are starting to try and come back despite what they've all been through. So it's been a tough year right now for everyone. And our politicians that we elect are not helping. That is why, ladies and gentlemen, and we have to work, we have to be the ones to take care of each other. We have to be the ones to circulate our dollars and be able to have our own financial institutions that are set up where we won't need this government. We won't need them. And so when they let us down like this, we can be prepared better and not rely on someone else. When you rely on others, sadly, you let yourself down. You're going to let yourself down. Guys, I apologize. I don't know. I had agreed to do this with the judge, and he said 1 o'clock was fine. He has not responded to my emails as of now. So I apologize for that, for it taking so long. I know people were waiting to see him and have him come on, and he has not responded. So what I'll do, because I actually have to run in a second, something has come up. I will end this broadcast, this live stream as of now, and we will try again to do another live stream with the judge to see what happened. He hasn't reached out to me. I don't know if he got caught up with anything. But you guys, please subscribe to the channel. I'll probably go live later today again and cover some more topics, and I'll probably drop some more videos. I'm actually now working on a book. I think I've told you guys before. I'm working on a book, and we'll moving forward with that and doing some other things. What's up? Now, Juan Kofi El Bay says, does judge know anything regarding Noble Drew Ali, UN Declaration of Rights of Indigenous People, treaties being law of land, Washington? Uh, the judge has an extensive knowledge of the law. You know, you're talking about somebody that's been in law for over 40 years. I'm sure he's well aware of things like that. We can try and get him when he comes back on. If he comes back, and I'm sure he will, we could talk more about it. But thank you, Don Juan. You guys, if you would like, please donate to the channel, Cash App, Gavin Richard Esquire, or Google Pay, gavin.grich1@gmail.com. I'm sorry about this again, guys, and we will continue to bring this back a little bit later. I'll holla. Peace.